also kind of moved to share a poem, and I wasn't 100% sure I was going to do this, but I thought it really fit with the message and reflection we just heard, so I'm going to do that. The poem is called Homecoming. I used to look for God in portable trailers, in Sunday morning sugar bowls and polite conversations. I used to look for divinity like I looked for candy, asking the adults where I can find some, and always left wondering if their vague dismissals were for my benefit or because they didn't have any. My mother wakes up at dawn every morning to have coffee with God like he's an old friend. And I used to look for God in my dreams, which means falling asleep during sermons and praying that nobody noticed. I used to write to God like he was a pen pal or some stranger on the internet I could be vulnerable to before holy ghosting him for the next 6 months in case he asked me for something in return. I used to look for God in worship music, but lost him in the rehearsal, the blind leading the blind until we trapped ourselves in circles. I left a part of myself in church pews, spitting my soul to escape their grasp, or spilling tears onto parking lots, stumbling aghast at horrible pastors, false prophets. They poison the well and then they spit in it. I used to spit poetry to wash the taste out until I choked on the cognitive dissonance. Abortion is murder, but killing and war, they're okay. See, it's the needle on the stack that broke the camel's back, and just like that, he's an atheist. I used to pray to God until I stopped praying at all. And then I started praying to my ancestors and found divinity in my blood all along. But my lover used to say that she found God in the trees, and the light between their leaves, filtered gold, all dappled in cones and needles. So I sought God in the earth below, in toasted browns and sacraments of decay, in rituals of resurrection, all waving and twisted mycelia, my body prostrate in the substrate. I found God while counting ants dyed in psilocybin and sky diamonds. She told me the whole world's laughing without me, and I watched the ferns chortle in agreement. I used to end my prayers in desperate questions, and now I pray to question marks. I relish the unknown that forever unfolds. I worship the holy ambiguity and take communion with wandering souls. I found God in the margins of the Bible that conservatives never quote. I found God in the language of immigrants, growing all the seeds that they sow. I found God in the prayers of queer folk, who miss the hymns but not the people who sing them. I found God in the pages of history, in black bodies who are dreaming of freedom, in Quaker abolitionists and Salvadoran priests who stood with the people to topple kingdoms. So this is an invitation for all those wandering souls, for those questioning and wondering, or simply don't know, for those searching for purpose late night on their phones, for those hurt by churches or facing demons alone, or for those who wrestle with God till dawn to atone. Let's keep on marching till we finally come home. Let's keep on marching till we finally come home.